Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Green Line Goddess Tarot. This is your mid-month reading for the second half of November. So yes, the exciting news is we're moving from Scorpio season into Sagittarius season. So happy birthday to all of you November Sagittariuses. The beautiful December Saggies will be looking at your reading in the December reading that will be coming up next. But for the moment, we have reached Sagittarius season. Oh, what a relief, actually, because it's been so intense, hasn't it? Like with the energies around Scorpio season and working with all the eclipses. It's just kind of this sense of, can we have some fun? Let's just go and have some fun now. And so there's this beautiful new moon coming in on the 24th in your sign, Sagittarius, at 1 degree of Sagittarius. And yeah, I feel George is saying happy birthday, happy new moon. Really great time to be planting like some new seeds for your solar return. This is for your next year when it comes to your birthday year. So let's see, we have listen coming in as your first message from the Ascended Masters. Listen, there might be some sort of news that's coming through actually. I'm kind of getting with the listen. But there's information that the universe wants you to hear. Okay, so let's pull some cards around what sort of situations this might be around. I feel like this is more the universe has a message for you, and so they're kind of just wanting you to be listening. George has got a message for you. So we've got 10 of Shells, blessings and well-being. How beautiful is that? How very beautiful is that? Blessings and well-being. This is the 10 of Cups. So, yeah, listen, they're wanting to bring you some news and bring you some blessings and bring you something that's going to help with your sense of well-being and happiness. So, wow. Okay, really fantastic. I kind of get for a lot of, I keep getting listening to podcasts for whatever reason, listening to something online. There could just be a message in that for you where it's like going to suddenly activate something within you and get motivated. So, but these are just, it can come in various different forms, these messages, but yeah, blessings are coming through. Let's see what's shifting and changing for you. I love this for you, Sagittarius. What's shifting and changing for Sagittarius mid-month, the second half of November? Sword 9, Venus, Gemini, and Cup 8, Neptune, Pisces. Okay, this is kind of the intense energy that I kind of talked about, the Sword 9 is something that you've been stressing or worrying about, and the Cup 8 is where something's just felt really murky and unclear and just hasn't been feeling great. And it's just like, oh, this thing in your life that just feels a bit stagnant, murky, like, oh, it hasn't been feeling good. And that's what's shifting and changing. The Cup 8 is about where you've been finding fulfillment or not, something hasn't been feeling fulfilling. And so you've been processing a lot. This just feels like a heavier energy, and that's what's shifting and changing. You're moving into this beautiful little 10 of Shells where you're feeling this sense of blessings and well-being. So I'm liking that. I'm liking that coming in for you. So let's see what else is happening for Sagittarius. And yeah, George is just piping in. He loves it. That's my rooster for those of you who don't know who George is, and that noise in the background. But Saggy, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Rising. I just always recommend to watch all 3 of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you. And there is no extended readings for the mid-monthly. I'm keeping them to the monthlies at the moment. And if you're interested in any of my personalized readings, what's coming in for you in 2023, the link for that is in the description box below. The Chariot crossed by the Magician, the Star. Look at these big major arcanas, some big energies coming in. In comes the Star. The Knight of Swords, you're propelled into action here by being very divinely guided, which is really nice. I feel like there's something that you've been struggling with. There's some kind of like solution that comes in. It feels like, I can finally see the light, and I feel like I can kind of walk away from an energy that has not been feeling good for me. Things are here comes the sun. Here, the sense of this beautiful sun shining on this beautiful pelican just sitting there in the sunshine, just going, the sun is shining on me. I'm feeling good. Okay, I'm feeling good, just like I should. And so it's, there's a breakthrough coming in, happiness with the Sun card, with this thing that's been feeling really murky, like blah, 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 blah. Yes, with the Devil card. And yes, that's nice. Okay. And the Knight of Cups. Okay, good. Yes, especially if there's something that's been very toxic around you or something that you felt very stuck on, there's a breakthrough around that, which is really fantastic. And I can see you've been struggling with it. With the Chariot, you're kind of gathering your forces. You've been taking it on with the Chariot, very focused, probably focusing on it. And it's probably required a lot of willpower, strength, wanting to overcome some kind of conflict or something that's been really troubling you. Crossed by the Magician card. Maybe it's been hard to kind of work out how. The Magician card is like, how am I going to get the resources to kind of overcome this? How am I going to do this? How am I going to overcome whatever this challenge is that's being presented here that I want to take on with the Chariot card? So, yeah, I mean, the Chariot sometimes represents like a new car, like if there's been any kind of car issues, or it can represent moving as well, like wanting to move, but blocked by the Magician. Like, how is that going to happen? Make this move in some way. And so there may be things that you kind of just haven't been able to consciously see or connect to or hear. With the Listen card, the universe is saying, we've got the message coming in for you loud and clear. We're guiding you with the Star card. You're being divinely guided at this moment in time. And the universe says, we want you to listen. We've got the message. We've got the answer that you're seeking here. And so it's going to feel like your prayers have been answered. Your wishes are coming true. And it's like, oh, okay, I get the message now. And now I know how I can move forward. So, yeah, it's a time of spiritual renewal, and yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, these blessings that are coming through for you. So, yeah, deep down what's happening is it's going to spur you into action with this Knight of Swords. It's like, as soon as you get this message, it's like, boom, the horse is bolted. I'm off. I'm off. I'm doing it. I'm determined, to take this on. It's kind of interesting because with this Chariot energy, it feels very much like something was very heavy. The Chariot is not actually moving. It has nothing pulling it other than those sphinxes. And it's like sheer emotional and mental surges and willpower to try and move it forward. But it's almost like that hasn't been enough. It just felt too heavy to kind of shift and move this energy. It just felt like stone. But here we can move really quickly all of a sudden. And it feels like it's just kind of moving past. Speaking of the white horses, I just want to bring you straight to here. Like, this feels like a huge wall, a block. It's like I couldn't get past that for whatever reason. And then this happens, the divine message, boom. It's just like suddenly there's movement where there wasn't movement, and it feels like a breakthrough. You've broken through this wall, and this is quite literally, you can see the white horses of spirit, messages of spirit coming in. This little child, the inner child on this beautiful white pony, has broken through the wall here magically, unharmed, untainted. It just feels magically. So, yeah, there's a huge block being released here, which is fantastic. So, yes, it's like, it feels like this huge release, and it's just kind of, when you get those messages like, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to, it can just be like that, this sense of urgency or a sense of release or a sense of this has just taken off really quickly and happened really super fast. So it could feel like a very exciting breakthrough that comes through with this Sagittarius. In the recent past, we've got the Three of Pentacles. I feel like maybe you've called in the cavalry. You've gone, okay, I've got this issue in my life. Can people come and help me, please? Perhaps you've been like, this is a card of a group collaboration of sorts. So maybe you've been asking people for help or trying to work things through with other people, like bouncing it off with other people. And it just feels like you keep, coming up against this brick wall. But the Three of Pentacles is also about your value and your self-worth. So it's almost like you've been getting that's been polished in a way. There's been getting messages around your value and your self-worth. And then it's kind of like I'm getting a message that I've got a particular something I can offer, or the particular skill, or I am valuable in a certain, in a way, in certain situations, or I have my value. I feel like it's wanting to build your confidence. And then it's like, but where am I taking this? Kind of, I just keep coming up against this brick wall. So Interestingly, in the near future, you've got the Eight of Cups. So it's a sense of being able to let go of, again, you've got the Eight of Cups twice because you've got it here. And that was what was shifting and changing, which you can see that this character's tasted all the cups and said, you know, it's just not feeling right. I have to walk away. I have to detach from this. And it's taken up too much space inside my mind. It's not going to go anywhere. I can't seem to move it. And there's another workaround, like there's a different solution. You're not going A, B, C, you're going A to K, a Z. You know, you kind of leapfrogging a total different situation that the universe is saying don't need to engage even with that. But there's a sense of being able to kind of walk away from an energy that was not fulfilling you, which is good, and or not feeling great. You're presenting as the Knight of Pentacles, which, is actually interesting considering there's a lot of positive movement forward from Spirit. This is very grounded, the Knight of Pentacles. It's kind of right next to the Knight of Swords. I mean, 3 knights here together. You got Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, and Knight of Cups. You know, definitely there's action happening here. There's definite movement. But this sense of something shifting and changing deep within you that can happen quite quickly, like a major shift or release can happen. But then we've got this sense with the Knight of Pentacles is it's very slow moving. Like, so you don't have to rush into this, even though there's like this sense of a release or the divine guidance has felt like some kind of a breakthrough. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow, methodical. I'm looking at my long-term future. I can see that there's a future vision here. So I don't have to necessarily rush into it, but I'm looking towards the future when it comes to like my resources, where am I going to be, like where I'm living, what's my finance looking like, what's my money looking like. So I feel like you're looking further afield. You've got a bigger kind of picture energy here. So you're kind of putting it in that perspective. Energy around you, you've got the 7 of Cups. And the Knight of Pentacles is also like trusting yourself, being very reliable, being very reliable. And perhaps that's part of what you're letting go of is the thing that's been unfulfilling, is just this sense of having to be reliable. But we're looking at new options here with the 7 of Cups. So energy surrounding you is the 7 of Cups. Yeah, even though the picture is still forming, you've been given this sense of listen. There's blessings, there's divine guidance that's going to really help you here. But the picture's still forming. There's new options opening up. And so some of them good, some of them not so good. But I feel like it's just, like I said, this patient and grounded energy is actually really great. Hopes and fears, we have the High Priestess. Now, High Priestess is where things are revealed to you, all in good time. Even secrets can be revealed to you with the High Priestess. Is that something that you want or don't want? But there are very highly intuitive messages coming through. Can you trust your intuition? Can you trust what you're hearing here? So the High Priestess, interesting. But we do have as an outcome, I love this outcome, the Sun. Breakthroughs, happiness against the devil. The devil can represent debt. It can represent addiction. It can represent fear blocks. It can represent just feeling very, very stuck. It can represent situations that you've felt bound by, that you've stayed in for too long for whatever reason. And this 9 of Pentacles is la, 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 la. I'm all independent and happy in my own skin and feeling more freedom. So for those of you, this is really great financially. Like this could be financial freedom or a little bit of extra money coming in as well. So it's next to the devil energy. If there's been like some kind of, this could be a debt being paid off, or a big chunk being paid off, of some kind of like worry or debt around money, or that there's more coming in that gives you this sense of freedom. So if you felt bound to a relationship with this devil energy, there's a breakthrough around it where you kind of can be a more independent and self-sufficient. That perhaps there's like a breaking of like an expectation or a rule or a bond or something that's kind of happened to you where it's like, I'm just feeling a lot freer. And so, yeah, it's just stepping into freedom. and feeling the abundance and feeling really grounded. But what I like about the Nine of Pentacles is that it's got all these pentacles around it. So it's being supported by the universe materially. It's like that stress or fear or worry about any kind of material resources is actually, it's kind of the sun is bringing some vitality back. So if there's been any health concerns with the devil energy, this could be kind of breakthroughs around that, which is great. We have as overall energy the Knight of Cups, and this is where ultimately where you're moving forward is moving forward heart first, listening to your heart, following the dream. And this can be love and romance as well, the Knight of Cups, but it is really like now being able to follow your heart. Your heart has been giving you the message possibly for a while now that something hasn't been feeling right, and you've possibly been struggling up against it and maybe fighting it from an angle that was never going to quite work. And if you listen to these messages that are coming in, it can represent a breakthrough of sorts, like we said, where you can finally go searching for the missing cup, for the thing that has been missing here with this Eight of Cups. So that's where it's a sense of your cup might even be filled, and it might be this sense of be open to receive love and blessings that come through, because you've got the Ten of Shells, the blessings and well-being, which is really lovely. But it's just a sense of reclaiming something inside your heart and going, I really just feel like I can go searching for something that's deeply fulfilling for me here and connect to that. So let's pull an affirmation card for you, Sagittarius. Affirmation card for Saggy. We've got, I now go beyond other people's fears and limitations. It is my mind that creates my experiences. I am unlimited in my own ability to create the good in my life. And that's what I feel like the breakthrough with the devil is as well, is, you know, that devil energy can definitely be some kind of fear and limitation that's been around you. And I feel like you're breaking free, and this is you here with the Nine of Pentacles breaking free. So yeah, fantastic. Let's pull a charm for you, Sagittarius, to finish this off. Let's pull a charm. Oh, we've got the Two Hearts. Very nice. The Two Hearts coming together. There's a lot of love and romance around. So for those of you that they're wanting you to be open to the showering of love and blessings that are coming through for you, however that presents. But I feel like there's this beautiful, like a connection that comes in. Absolutely. For those of you who are single, this could be, you know, someone very special that comes in, a new connection. So love is coming towards you. Whether you're single, whether you're in a relationship, I feel like that it's just more love coming in, and love and blessings, which is really lovely. And this sense of connecting to someone very special or feeling more connected to other people is a really nice energy that comes in. So yeah, this is a beautiful energy for you, Sagittarius. It really just feels like an exciting breakthrough that feels like a wish come true. So a little mini miracle has occurred here. So that's it. That's it, Sagittarius. Love to hear your comments. So please leave a comment, and please like, subscribe, share, and if you think this will help somebody, and if you're interested in any of my personalized services, the link for that is in the description box below.